My name's Zio, and today we're taking a look at the awesome things in store for us over the coming months leading up to the massive June update. If you're brand new here, I primarily cover lore content for this game, so without any further ado, let's dive right in. On March 9th, Central City will be getting the usual seasonal makeover, but this time it's a festive spring vibe. How come Recruitment City never gets these makeovers? The mischief symbols make a comeback, but this time they're strewn throughout the world rather than just being within the nooks and crannies of Central City. I like this change. So even our buddies the Region Mags get in on the act. Look at these cute little Hawaiian rappies. Aw man, SEGA, you're gonna make me feel even worse about killing these little guys. During the event we'll have the usual seasonal enemies with the elemental weakness, this time it'll be light. So I guess Shandy's setting this one out and a new girl named Zitra is taking her place. Of course she'll have limited tasks for us as well as some goodies like stamps, mags, and triggers. I hope Shandy's doing alright. This time we're getting an actual limited time urgent quest to go along with the seasonal event. You're also going to be able to do this quest via triggers, which you can obtain via seasonal points or by killing seasonal mobs. Speaking of seasonal points, they're actually doing away with the weekly cap on those this time around. So now you can get your hands on the light elemental Lumiere weapons, and if you get enough seasonal points you can get the sweet looking camo. So this all kicks off on March 9th. Zitra will have new rewards and new tasks for us on March 23rd. Hey, that's a week before my birthday. Speaking of which, we'll be getting 3 different revival scratches for old PSO2 hairstyles, emotes, and accessories. I imagine there will be a few of these that Global didn't get. So that was March. Now April, on the other hand, is a biggie. So in addition to level 45, each of the weapons will be getting 1 brand new photon art apiece. These are all very stylish and acrobatic looking. Rods, wands, and taluses won't be getting any new ones though. But fear not, fellow spellcasters, they haven't left us out of the loop. So if you played base PSO2, you might remember a thing called compound techniques. Well, these make a comeback in PSO2NGS. So you activate these things much like you would tricky capacitor or jet intensity. So along with those goodies, we get rank 3 combat zones in Recruitment and PSE Burst Encore. It's essentially one more for those of us who remember base PSO2. Man, how many of us PSO2 streamers had that as our follower alert on Twitch for the longest time? I know I sure did. We're also getting rank 2 urgent quests and 5-star weapon camos. And of course we can't forget the rank 2 purple triggers just like with Alio. Some mobs have equalizer parts that buff nearby allies. You'll want to get rid of these guys ASAP. April 6th has also given us some really nice quality of life changes. Remember those party buffs we just got? Well, now there's a party recruitment option that lets you limit recruitment to things like battle power and class level. So avid photographers like myself will be able to set up our own photo rooms in the field. You know how it is. You're in position for the perfect screenshot. The weather is just right. And then all of a sudden the weather changes. And then to add insult to injury, you get smacked by this random mob. It is super frustrating. So there's also a mag jukebox playlist and being able to see what items we recolored. There's also an option to toggle innerwear. Pretty cool. So we're also getting options for a stamp display and a rare drop notification display. Now there's the big one, streamer mode. This turns off your symbol art, stamps, chat logs all at once. But there's another thing that it should turn off as well. Shout out to Prince Brightstar for this idea, by the way. As you know, PSO2 has had a number of collaboration events over the years, and a lot of that music will trigger YouTube's content ID system. So anyone streaming the game, especially on YouTube, might catch a copyright strike. I say YouTube mainly because their system is far more advanced than Twitch's. I know a lot of Japanese players stream on YouTube, especially VTubers, and a vast majority of them play with the in-game music. There's a pretty strong chance that NGS will get some collaborations of its own with matching music. So there's a chance that someone streaming this game might get popped for unwittingly having a song from said collaboration playing while they're in town. What he and others suggested is blocking collaboration songs while streamer mode's turned on. I guess one way they could implement this is whenever a collaboration song plays, have the game check to see if the client has streamer mode turned on, and if they do, just have it play whatever song would normally play. But then I could see them having to do this with all the older songs. I don't see this as too much of a thing with Western streamers though. The majority of us, myself included, turn the music off and play something else while we're streaming. And there are quite a few prominent streamers in any MMO category who do this as well. Well, that should cover all the important stuff. Did you find this at all helpful? If you did, well, you know what to do. As I said before, I primarily cover lore content here on this channel, but there hasn't been a whole lot of that in PSO2NGS. So naturally, we have to adapt, improvise, and overcome in order to stay in the YouTube algorithm's good graces. I hope you enjoy the coming updates as well as the rest of your day. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.